This is Needin. He's what you get if you order Vin Diesel from Wish.com. He once worked with Jaropelk's father, Wojmir. He claims the axe we found is his, and that it was stolen from him. In Piastovia, Sedwin the barber surgeon examines the bones we found. The bones belong to a middle-aged man who is definitely beaten to death with a sharp object. Jaropelk confronts Needin in his own house, accusing him of killing his father. A verbal sparring match ensues, and Needin confesses. Jaropelk has to find his mother and asks me to visit Needin's ex-wife, Pezerka. She offers me stew and a potion to make me happy, so she's the opposite of Slava. We find out from her that Wojmir may not be Jaropelk's father. What is she doing over here? Alright, and got some goodies here too. Fishing spears. Everything stays in the family. Everything? Ugh. It's over. Wojmir finally rests in peace along with his belongings and the wretched axe that ended his life. This should put an end to your snooping where you weren't supposed to. Man, you are a bitch. I won't forget what an insult your running around with my late husband's remains was to my family name and local authority. Carried it in a bag like a mere item. What did you want? And what makes you the paragon of respect and honor? You are living in the web of lies. Ooh. I apologize for that, but all I was trying to do was help. I'm pretty sure it wasn't the first time his remains were carried around. Am I wrong? Let's be nice. But not that nice. I have spent years trying to bring law and order to this village. Finding a thread of understanding between half-feral hunters and simple-minded lumberjacks requires harsh measures and impossible decisions. You have no idea what it takes to be a true leader. But I do know what triggered Wojmir's departure. He was looking for a remedy for from the herbalist Pezerka. Pezerka? I don't know. Which you've made up. Did that foul herb lady tell you that? She drinks too many of her potions and speaks out of her mind. Needin did well to leave that lunatic. I care as little about her opinion as I do about yours. We're done here. Go back to your hole, or wherever you nest. Well, I guess there is a cave, so technically she's not wrong. There was no need for medicine. You weren't a barren wench after all, as Wojmir used to call you and blame you for all his failures. How about the manhood that did not rise to the challenge? About all the times he pouted like a baby whenever he failed? Is that a ED joke? Ha 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 ha. That's how you described him to Needin. Herbs wouldn't help him anyways. There was someone else who satisfied you. A monster, as he came to call himself. Okay, yeah, you and Needin were banging. You guys were definitely banging. What is this? Who told you this rubbish? I stumbled upon some interesting writings. It's all there. You filthy bitch! How dare you! Give me that back! Jaropelk should know who his real father is. He deserves to know. Tell him the truth, you old wench, or I will. Yes! Silence! I kill you. That would distract him from his preparations. He has to become the leader of this village at all costs. He's always been better than Wojmir in every way. His father was a disappointment. Stop bringing him back. Wojmir was an unmatched hunter, yes, but he lacked in every other area, even as a husband. How long was I supposed to wait? Until I am withered and barren? I did what I needed to. The boy was born strong. The village's lineage was secured and undisputed, and its leader proudly wandered the woods as usual, knowing he had a promising heir, all because of my sacrifice. You did that only for your own selfish comfort. You wanted it all for yourself. That's the truth. At least own it. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were such a martyr. A hero, even. No. All I wanted was for my child to be better than him. Wojmir didn't have any sense of leadership in him. He could have managed the riskiest hunting expedition, but could neither handle nor understand his people's everyday needs. He was almost never here when his people needed him. When I needed him, it was long before everyone's hopes rested on my shoulders. Needon, on the other hand, may not be the brightest, but I could always count on him. He was near whenever I needed him, at least until that cursed winter night when Wojmir figured out the truth. What really happened that night? Wojmir was furious. I had never witnessed so much ferocity in him. He rushed at me and nearly choked the life out of me. Too bad he didn't finish. But even in his rage, he wasn't that kind of man, so he released me and ran to the woods. It took me a while to come to my senses. I then immediately alarmed Needon. They were still good friends and respected comrades after all. There was a part of me that fooled myself into thinking that this fire could still be put out. Time went by, and none of them returned. I could not stand waiting any longer, and followed their fresh trail in the snow. I had no doubts about where Wojmir was going. His cottage in the woods, the safe spot that was pretty obvious choice. And yet you repeated the fake story of his disappearance for years, so the Great Blizzard wasn't as horrible as they say. It just grew as a repeated legend and slowly became the local truth. I reached the building only to encounter a most pitiful sight. Two prominent leaders hammered, drunken in deep argument. Wojmir could barely stand straight, while Needon was on all fours. What? Before I could even speak, Wojmir raised his axe, babbling something about justice. I didn't know what to do. I just acted. I threw myself between the two, who were both part of my life. I grabbed Wojmir's wrist as he was about to split Needon's skull in half with the woodcutter's own axe. I'd spare you the rest, as I wish to never relive it again. That day, I prevented my son from becoming an orphan. Yeah, but orphans become Batman. Stupid. Only one of them would leave that place alive. You made a choice. Sometimes to save a life is to take one. But those lies grew for years. This could be avoided. Murder is murder, no matter the motivation. You should be hanged for what you did. Yes! Hanger! Then put a noose around my neck yourself. Let's see how different you sleepless nights would be. I sleep every night. It's easy to judge when you weren't there. I ran barefoot through the snow for hours until I got back to myself and managed to sneak back to my house. Needon returned the next day. He believed that he was responsible for his friend's death. I could not reason with him in any way. He became withdrawn and half dead inside. Soon after, I had to take over as the leader of our village. We had never brought up this dark event, and it stayed like that until you came along. A murderer who saves a life, an adulterer who fixes marriage problems. You're a unique, I wouldn't use the word bunch. I have never witnessed so many lies and crimes at once. How do you people even know who you really are? One wrong decision started a decay of a well-off family. Maybe you deserved it, but I feel sorry for all of you. Let's go down. I have no regrets. I worked hard to wash this blood stain off my hand. Just please don't make my son see me as a monster. This would kill me. The future leader of this village is a bright and kind young man. Only time will tell what he sees you as. Your desires mean nothing to me. Jaropelk will learn the truth and do with it as he sees fit. You are already a monster. Time for him to open his eyes. Yeah. You learned what you want. Now leave me be. Okay. Well, I'm stealing this stick before I go, and I'm taking this. I can't take the fish for some reason. I can steal sticks and spears, but I can't steal the fish. Should be able to at least take like 9. I have big pockets. Jaropelk. Get up, Jaropelk. It's good to see you, friend. I'm waiting my mother's return. We have to decide what to do with the cursed Needon. Each second of his presence here is pure torture and pain for me and Slava. I think you might have to reconsider your actions. I spoke with your mother. She and Needon were both involved in Wojmir's death. What do you mean? They knew where the hunter went and how he met his end all along. What? And how is that? More lies and secrets? When will it all come to an end? So what now? Is she even my mother? Or was I dropped at the parents' doorstep in a basket? I'm afraid you're not far off. Slawa and Needon had an affair before you were born. I'm sorry, Jaropelk, but Wojmir was not your real father. No, this brute, I'm nothing like him. You didn't feel like a son to the hunter either. I'm terribly sorry, Jaropelk. You deserve better. We rarely see the similarities to our parents, and then we become them. Ugh, that ain't true. I don't care about this anymore. Whoever fathered me doesn't get any credit for who I am. I am Jaropelk, and I make my own choices. The first one will be clearing this mess. It's time my mother passed the leadership on to me. After all, she has never been officially sworn in, but has merely fulfilled the duties of a missing chieftain. The timing is right since I'm entering adulthood next season. Hey, congratulations! Your aid has been of much value to me, and I respect your opinion. So do me one last favor and tell me what would you do in my position. Oh, this is a Unigos mission all over again. Sweet. Where is the option to kill? Slava is the main source of your problems. Your mother hasn't been honest with you for years. In order for people to respect and follow you as the new leader, you should cut your ties with her. Your mother's intentions may have been to protect you at all costs, but she failed miserably in the end. This woman turned Needon's life into nothing but pain and sorrow. The man deserves a second chance. Number 2. Needon betrayed your father without any hesitation. You both share the same blood, but that doesn't mean you're alike. Be wiser and finally end this dark chapter in your family's history. Forgive and move on. Your mother has been preparing you for this role for years. Man, that's a boring option. Wojmir was the closest to the father you had, but he was rarely there for you when you needed him. The other two, your blood kin, were blinded by their own vanity and selfishness. Your mother at least still wishes you well, but that adulterer Needon has nothing to offer you except trouble and his bad influence. So where's the kill one? You can't hang her? I thought that was one of the provisions. We got to hang her. Oh man. Sever your ties with her. Thank you for your advice. I'll consider it, and I'll never thank you enough for your help. I need some time to make decisions on my own. As befits a true leader, we'll speak again. Be careful, and good luck. If it says wait till next season. Oh my fucking god. Alright, season has changed. We're here to talk to Jaropelk to find out what he did in regards to Needon and his mother. Greetings. You're welcome no longer by an heir, but by a leader. It's been a while since the last time we spoke, and a lot has changed in Clonica. Great job. You already feel a lot more adult. Your voice seems to be deeper and more confident. How do you find the new role? I carefully considered your advice. My confrontation with my parents was full of conflicting emotions. I felt anger and disappointment, but getting to know their version of the story was surprisingly soothing in the end. Decisions were already forming in my head. He's yelling because he's not here. My mother was known to never hesitate or regret her actions. This is why she didn't even flinch when I publicly declared she must leave our community. She knew there was no other way to place her son on the leader's stool. Not after so many years of lies, betrayal, and murder in the background. People took it as a show of strength, but also as an act of mercy for allowing my mother to leave peacefully. There is a glimmer of hope in this story. I spent more and more time getting to know Needon. It turns out that he has been keeping an eye on me for years. Bullshit. Having thrown off the shackles of guilt, he's a changed man. One who could be a good father if he got some more time. I hope that time will heal your wounds and that everything will turn out well. I do as well. Thank you again. Take this as a sign of my gratitude. Just throw it at me. I'm sure I'll catch it. Thank you. Be well, you guy. What did I get? 500 Dynasty reputation? Wow. Thanks for... I guess I didn't catch whatever he threw. Whatever. That's fine. That was another long-ass quest. I mean, I don't mind them, but this one took like 3 hours to do. And I'm a busy man. I got lots and lots of YouTube videos to watch and edit and watch again and then edit again. See, putting those things to work, eh? Yeah. Alright, thanks guys for watching. I don't know if this video is coming out in one part or several parts. It was very, very long, but I'm sure there's a lot of stuff I can edit out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.